Hi HCG people, it's Renee. I'm just checking in. It's been a while since my last vlog, so I will keep it pretty brief, but I had my 10 days in California where I was on a business trip. I also had Tom, so I wasn't sure what to expect when I came home. Of course, I was really hoping for a big loss. Um, it wasn't as big as I was hoping, but it was good. I don't actually remember now exactly how much I lost, but I think it was around 5 pounds. So it was 10 days. I had half a pound a day, so that was overall pretty good. I fluctuated a little bit back and forth. I had um, some steak that it was supposed to be really lean, and I think it probably affected me negatively. I gained a pound. I lost that same pound. I stayed the same for a few days. But overall, I'm on day 35. Let me make sure that I'm telling the truth. Day 35. I'm doing 45 days. Um, no, so I'm on day 39 because I have 6 days left. So I'm on day 39, and I've lost overall 26 pounds. So I'm happy with that. I really want to get to 30 pounds in my first round, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next 6 days. I was down a pound this morning, zero point 0.8 pounds this morning, but I didn't get nearly enough water. I had to go into the office today and move from an office into a cubicle, and I was just back and forth, and I hadn't been in the office for a while. I was home office most of the time, and so just talking to everybody, seeing everybody. I didn't get my water today at all. My rings are really tight and swollen. My face is puffy and swollen, so I'm a little nervous about tomorrow, but hopefully I can get it on my water tomorrow. Be really good on that, and then start to see the loss. I also didn't get enough food today. Um, what I ate was good, but I didn't eat all of my vegetables at lunch, and then at dinner I didn't have enough lettuce. I have some really lean ground veal that I made into a patty, and then made a hamburger out of it with lettuce leaves. Um, so trying not to mix vegetables, I didn't have enough lettuce to make up my full amount, and I didn't realize it until it was already too late. So I didn't get quite all of my calories today. So we'll just see how that affects me. But overall, I'm really pleased with my progress. I'm actually sort of sad to see phase 2 go, oddly enough. I've kind of got the hang of it. It's not difficult anymore. I'm not hungry except for when I should be. So, and I've kind of got addicted to the losing, but I know I need to come off, so I'll come off the hormone and take my 6-week break. Um, Feeling really nervous about the 30-week period. We're not supposed to have any starches or carbs. I have been researching it online and trying to figure out, because the pounds and inches doesn't say that much about it. It just says no starches, no carbs. And I'm so literally minded. I don't really know how to translate that into what I can and can't eat. How does that relate to fruit? How does that relate to starchy vegetables? And I get it if it's corn, but what if it's Brussels sprouts? I don't know. I'm getting really nervous about coming off and trying to deal with P3 and stabilizing. So, if anyone has good suggestions on where they did some research, or your doctor has you on something, we're doing ours at home. And my partner's a week ahead of me and has been doing pretty good, but she's had some swelling problems and stuff too. So it's actually showing a 6-pound gain on the scale, but we don't think it's really a gain because both of our rings right now, I don't know what's going on, just really, really swollen. And normally I get in. Today I know why, but we both are drinking water like mad people, except for me today. But anyways, um, okay, that's about it, I guess. I wanted to keep it short. Most of mine are really long, and I tend to ramble. So I hope everybody's doing good, and I'll check in. I'm gonna do measurements maybe tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see how. If I'm really retaining a lot of water tomorrow, then I may wait until Saturday. I also don't want to see if I stall for 4 pounds. I may not wait as long to do an apple day. I don't know. I'm just trying to be really strict about sticking to protocol and not wavering at all. But I'm starting in the last 6 days to I just want the most squeeze out of it. If I can, I really want to get to 30 pounds. Because if I lose 30 pounds, I will be the lowest weight that I've been in 8 years. Well, that's not true. 5 years. 4 or 5 years. Something like that. Anyways, long enough. It's too long. And it's still too high. I have noticed, I mean, I've lost 26 pounds. I can tell in my clothing that it's different. Um, but nobody sees it yet. I shouldn't say nobody. Actually, today at the office, several people did see it, but the several people didn't. I mentioned, or they overheard me saying that, like, oh yeah, I've been dieting. If somebody asked me, and then I could kind of see the look on their faces, like, yeah, I lost any weight. Um, so that's kind of frustrating. I was hoping 26 would look a lot more drastic, but it is only like 10% of my body weight when I started. So not quite, but almost 10% of my body weight. So that's still, that's a lot to go. Okay, so that's that. Um, I have. Oh, I was gonna say. Sorry, I keep fussing with my bangs. They keep splitting, and I look like weird. Anyways, um, my new favorite thing. So I'm not really a desserts person. I'm not really a sweets person, but I have kind of on this been wanting. So the food tastes so different. I don't know if it's cutting out all the sugars and processed foods, but like food just tastes better to me right now. It's like I'm eating a strawberry and it's just, oh my gosh, like taste explosion in my mouth. But so I've been really wanting something a little different texture, something a little bit different. So I tried something on one of the Yahoo groups. They talked about a strawberry ice, where it's just you take your strawberry serving, you take your liquid stevia, and a bunch of ice, and you blend it all together to make almost like a strawberry ice cream. I make mine so thick that it really is almost like an ice cream consistency. And I tried, so that is, it's my favorite thing right now ever. It makes me so happy. And I tried that with an orange the other day, and I used the vanilla stevia. Now, sometimes the vanilla stevia has a tendency to taste a little coconutty if you mix it with the wrong thing, and I hate coconut. So, and it did a little bit, but it also kind of reminded me of like an orange Julius. So I'm doing it with the regular stevia because it's just a little too much coconut. But the orange one, if you tried the strawberry ice, yay, it's good. Um, and then try it with your orange. It's so good. Then my other favorite thing right now is baked apples. So I'm taking the apples, cutting them up, and then I take the toffee flavored stevia and mix that on it and get them nice and soaked, and then put allspice or pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon on it, and then I bake it in the oven for like 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how much. You can also steam it in one of those Ziploc steam bags if you don't like the consistency that the baking does. Um, then the steaming keeps them really, really soft. But I kind of like the consistency, and it's kind of like a little apple pie. That's been another one of my favorites. And then otherwise, I'm trying to keep the amount of red meat to a minimum, but I'm loving the ground veal, um, either ground up and made into like a little taco with an iceberg lettuce leaf, or making it into like a burger with the lettuce leaf wrapped around it as a burger patty. It's just like, I will eat that when I'm done with this whole thing. I love it. It's so good. And sea bass. Sea bass. Yeah. I'm making myself hungry because I didn't eat all my food today. But anyways, so that's what's going on here. 6 days left, and then we'll see how P3 goes. It's actually going to be hard, I think, to not be losing weight and to try and maintain during that time period. I have multiple rounds that I need to do, so I'm kind of tempted to just like do full-on Atkins and lose some more weight, but I don't want to mess it up. If this really does like reset your hypothalamus, I don't want to mess it up, and you know, then continue struggling with my weight, because I'm kind of looking at this like, well, this is the last diet I'm going to try. After this, if this doesn't work, forget it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've tried a lot of the diets out there, and I'm tired. But I'm really ready to change. I can tell even tonight, just in the grocery store, went to pick up a couple of things, and my partner's in P3, and so we're looking at stuff, and I'm looking at the back of this like blue cheese dressing bottle because it's the one that had, it's the only one we could find with no sugars, no carbs, that wasn't just like oil and vinegar. So looking at the blue cheese, and it had preservatives and all this junk in it. And so I got my little iPhone out. I had pulled the Epicurious app. I find in there a recipe for blue cheese dressing. I'm like, never mind. I'm just gonna make it. We'll just I'll make it in the blender and it'll be fine. So I've got all the ingredients, super easy. It's really, well, I can't taste it to say if it's good, but I'm assuming it's gonna smell really good. Um, so I can already see like I'm totally on board with the whole organic thing. It's expensive and it's hard because it's expensive, but I'm kind of looking at it like, I used to think nothing about spending $8 on a hamburger that was bad for me. Why am I going to stress out about a box of cherry tomatoes that are $5 that are good for me? Well, why is that even a problem? Because there's some other ones in the store that are a little cheaper. So I'm really trying to change my mindset on that, and then also really, think about what I'm putting in my body and reading the labels, and not just focusing on I want to get this weight off, but focus on I want to be nicer to me. I want to put things inside of me that say I like me better than nachos. Nachos taste really good in my mouth, but it does not say I like myself. So, anyways, I think I'm off to a good start. We'll see. Okay, bye.